Peace, peace, peace to the world, man. What's happening? It's your boy, right back, man. Feeling super good. Uh, Recently, I went fishing. It was a pretty good experience. I probably put some of the footage in between there, caught some things. You know what I mean? It's doing pretty good. Got a little tan. You know what I mean? But anyway, on the ride down there is um, me, my friend in my age group, Monica, and a few older gentlemen in the back seat. I got my radio on through my phone, got whatever I like on my phone coming through there on shuffle. So it was random songs coming on, right? And Jay-Z came on. Whatever song it was when he said, "I Want the Sky." I'm gonna look for it, probably put the song title in there if I feel like it, who knows. And then the other song came, while that was coming on, I'm already vibing out deep into this song, like damn, Hove on to something. Then when that song was coming on, I was thinking about America Dreaming. I think it was on the Black album. I also put that one up there too. So I was like, damn, while the first song was coming on, I'm thinking about the second song. And sure enough, the second song came on. Mind you, it's on random. So now inside my brain, I'm thinking, I got to tell the rest of this car what's going on in my head from these two songs. So when the song was over, I stopped. I said, yo, everybody go, oh, here he go. I don't care. Y'all niggas got to learn something. Message. You know what I'm saying? Message. Yeah, straight from the brain. You know what I mean? I come through, I interrupt the pleasant moment and go, yo. I gave him the whole thing about when the song was coming on and how I felt when the other one came on, and this is what was making me say what I'm about to say. The first song, Jay-Z is saying, "I Want the Sky." Jay-Z knows something about what's going on, right? You can clearly tell he's on to something, right? He's not a fool, right? We can see that, right? So he's on to something. That song, "I Want the Sky," the hook was saying like, "I want the sky." You'll hear it. I can't do it, but sounded like invoking. He was bringing. He knew something, and he was speaking his reality into existence, right? And that led me. I'm like, damn. He do this throughout a lot of his songs, where you see where he let you know where his movements came from, right? So then the other song, "American Dreaming." So as that first song was coming on, I was thinking about the American Dream song that he got too, and that one came on right after. So American Dream, what that meant to me, right? Not the song itself, just the title and the justification in which he's using, right? He put America dreaming, right? And whatever America did to get to where America is, you have the freedom to do the same thing to get to wherever you need to get to, right? It might not be legal, but you have the same freedom because you know the history of America. You know what they did to get here. That means you have the same freedom, privilege, power, capability, and ability to do what it takes to get there. Anything it takes to get to your fucking dream. Don't let nobody tell you that. The same people that got to their dream first is telling you how to get to your dream and telling you to work, tell you to do this, tell you to pray. And people live lives like that, short, stubby lives, 50-something years old, dead. This and that, dead. Come on, stop it. Anything America did to get to the dream, you can do. What did America do to get to the dream, you may ask? They did slavery. They did murder. Right now, they're doing eugenics. They're doing still mass murdering. There's never taking that off the table. There's still slavery, never taking that off the table. There's all types of deception. That's not off the table. Don't restrict yourself to some type of holy way to get to the fucking evil dollar. You'll be a fool. So do whatever the fuck you feel it takes to get to this bread, man. I don't know what that shit means to anybody else. But if you're dreaming like an American dream, you are free to do it. It's not one billionaire person that we know that ain't a killer, man. Bill Gates, Elon, Trump. Trump is a murderer, man.
Stop the war.
We really stopped it. We saved millions of lives. You know, Seoul has 30 million people. You don't realize how big. 30 million people right near the border, 30 miles off the border. Yeah. Millions of people would have been killed. And I will say Chairman Kim has been really good.
My dog. On that Kanye West, everybody interviewed, everybody that talk about Kanye, Jim Brown, and Donald Trump, and Kanye was up there cooning around with Donald Trump. When Donald Trump talked, Trump said, "I just got off the phone with Obama, and we was about to go to war with Syria. Thousands of lives were spared. Thousands. Yeah, because it's right by the shore. Thousands. And he talked about it, said it right there. No one paid attention to thousands of lives that drop like just like that. But conversations change your, swayed your way. Don't you know when they bomb, you don't hear about ISIS no more? Do you know why you don't hear about ISIS anymore? Let me tell you why you don't hear about ISIS no more. Because on the news, before they did what you don't hear about ISIS anymore, they were saying ISIS is not a terrorist cell, it's not that, it's so many of them, it's just the land, it's the way they think down.
It's dropping around 80,000 pounds of bombs on an island described as infested by ISIS. It all took place earlier this week and was recorded from the air. You can see those bombs spread across the whole area, effectively carpet bombed. Now, F-15s and F-35, some of the US's most advanced warplanes, were taking part in the mission. Huge mushroom clouds were visible for miles around. And
it's the way it is down there. So what that did was now condition their mind to now justify bombing the whole area. They played it on the news. They showed you from so high up that it didn't have no feeling, because they showed you from black and white, little thing, and it was like boom, 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 on a nation, bro. You know what that looks like? To that land that they was bombing, that's people with kids playing soccer, that's ladies in the river washing their clothes, that's a man out there walking some sheep or a goat, that's people in the mosque praying, that's people in the hospital trying to get well, that's students in the school trying to learn, and now they don't say nothing about ISIS because they wiped them out. The American dream, don't let anybody trick you about that. How you feel about that? Let me know how you feel, man. Get back at me. It's your boy. I'm out here on my nature run, talking my talk. Hey, you know what? I can talk a little bit more. Now, let's get back to what... Let me go back to my teacher mode. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was on the American dream. Yeah, you can see how the devil will take your hand on that ride right there, wouldn't he? So, what you need to do is come to some type of balance, right? Make sure that you are harmonized and you can walk through the all knowing that you didn't do too much to get to what you need. That was just, that particular rant in the beginning was for all the material driven people, the people that think they driven for material but still always complaining about what they don't got and what they don't do, and then when you talk to them they got all these restrictions on why they not successful, on why they live in mediocre, why they live in subpar, why they don't dream big, plan big, and then take small steps to make that shit happen. That's beyond me, right? But it is nothing beyond me for sure, because the stuff that I'm talking about is gonna go into that, right? Now, there's a part of your body that doesn't need you to think about anything, right? That part of your body, they call it, when I was growing up in school, they call it involuntary muscles, right? Your heart, your lung, so much stuff that just moves on its own that you don't give thought to, right? But breathing, you can give thought to breath, and because of that, you can alter your state of being, right? When you don't give thought to breath and you get aggravated, angry, when you notice it, you'll be breathing, and that's because that's like a running, that's a adrenaline, you're summoning the adrenaline, you wanted to get there. Now, obviously, if you take more slower controlled breaths, you will get the opposite of that. You'll go into a more calm, more tranquil state, a more neutral state, a more humble state, more internal state, right? Now, we should always try to function from that state, right? That hyper state should be a defense state for your life. It shouldn't be a thing that we go to for surviving, you understand? Unless you live in a highly dangerous area like the ghettos or North Philly, Brooklyn, Compton, Los Angeles, shit like that. But other than that, you're good, you're peachy, right? So now that part of you that is thinking, that is talking, who is that? You think that's you? You really think that's you? You think that's you? All right, it's you, right? You're a kid. Now, what part of you say, let me go smoke that cigarette? Is that you? What part of you say, I want to stop smoking cigarettes, but can't stop? Is that you? What part of you knows what you should be doing, but it's not doing it? You're still having a conversation with yourself that's saying, I should get up and work out. I should get up and study. I should get up and go to work. I shouldn't drink this because I got to go to work tomorrow. I shouldn't drink this and get in the car. I shouldn't shoot that and do this, but yet you're doing it. You ever find yourself doing something while you doing it? Your other part of you was like, don't do it. Shut up. Sit down. Go back. Go home. but yet you still find your body committing to the opposite of what you're asking it to do? You ever been through that? Is that you? Is that the conversation you're having with yourself? So now, people are telling me, hey man, I'm watching your videos and I watch them, bro, but I don't get it, bro. Like, you're losing me with the stars. You're losing me with this, you're losing me with that. And silly me for trying to get to an answer on why these people don't want to be better. Don't you know they got books on everything to be better? Don't you know that everything you think you're going through, there's a man, a institution, words, a whole set of codes, to either keep you there, to free you there, how to get past there, what to do when you get there, all that. And that success pattern has become kryptonite to our fellow man. And I'm wondering, why? 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 How can me, the code breaker, your friend, give you the truth all this time, could get right here, and now you think that this is the time you want to turn around? All right, let me speed up the process a little bit. When you living in this dimension, right, there are certain, when you be dealing about, so you're living in this dimension, for something that exists in a higher dimension to interfere with this dimension, we will not see that thing in its dimensional visual that is in, because it's in from a higher dimension. We are wired to fourth dimension. So if something from the fifth or sixth dimension interrupts our dimensional thing, it's going to come through like energy, frequency, sound, vibration, anything like that. And that's the stuff that, and all those things are resonance of one another. Shape, sound, and color all play a part, right? I gave you the math on that earlier. So these things also, when you hear a frequency, that will have a shape to correspond with it, right? That shape, the shapes, those people refer to as God, Elohim, the Creator, all types of stuff like that. They reside in heavenly things above, and they also reside internally within us. You understand what I'm saying? So when you hear him saying occupy Mars, and you know they never left and this and that, can they be talking about occupying Mars in your body and your thought pattern and your chakra that's represented by Mars? Here goes some other interesting stuff that I learned on my quest too, right? How stuff mirrors everything that's going on around you. Mars is an anagram for arms, also another anagram for ram, right? Arms, Mars, right? Torso, Taurus, heart, earth. You know what I'm saying? All these things take a celestial meaning upon the code in which they're using, the letters in which they're doing to shape your reality, so that they can have, now when you exist on a lower density, your part of your brain that is wired outside of that is now on a lower frequency, making whatever lower frequency suggestions or stuff is coming through that lower frequency, the person will be more amped to do it because they are hearing it outside of themselves. And that's the one that's saying, let's go get a cigarette. And you never smoked a cigarette in your day in your life. Right? And here goes you locking yourself into a habit. Then when you get locked in, you go, boom. You're like, man, I don't even like these shits. Why am I even smoking these shits? You know what I'm saying? I used to work out. I used to do this. Why the fuck I can't do nothing? And that's the same you that's telling you, man, I ain't hearing what Merk got to say. Oh, he talking about the stars again. Oh, he doing this and that again. And the same people will come up with it. We live in an we live with a biological or organic world, and also a synthetic nature is running wild with us. And that synthetic nature will create words and scenarios that is just as synthetic as his existence. And he will give you words to put into your reality that have no way for you to yield a fruit off of it. And it would keep you stagnated. They do it with the math, they do it with the science. They did it with so much stuff. And then you cannot rely on him or her or it to give you the truth. All right? So that's why you are in your stupor, because you are vibrating on a lower density, and those densities have a representation, have a functionality, and have a way for you to move and feed and benefit it, whether you know it or not. You don't have to know it, but just try to exist on a different thing. Change what you put inside your body. Change what your body is burning. Change the density of the food. Go towards a more water-based diet. That means greens, that means fruits, that means vegetables, that means as close to raw as possible. And watch the thoughts that come into your mind after that. Watch you have the strength to combat some of those weaker natures. There's no such thing as free will. There's no such thing as none of that. They got studies. You can do your own research, but in a nutshell, there's a spark that goes on in your brain that says, move your hand. There's a spark that says talk. There's a spark that's giving me the spark that's telling me, go and make a video right now. Boom, right? Now, scientists have realized that that spark was there before the thought. I'm gonna have to say it again. There's a spark that's responsible for you there's neurons in your brain that says, move your arm. And then the spark will come to make the animation of you moving your arm. They got computers that's down to that. But then they also realized that the spark is there before the thought of moving your arm. So that means it was destined for you to move your arm before the thought into your brain. So that takes away free will. So now if you go into free will and you go into willpower, right? And then people, oh, willpower, and then you realize there's no such thing neither, because that's another synthetic nature of the synthetic host that's sharing the earth with you. So now you say free will. How come I don't got free will? People got different willpower. They got healthy habits. So you change your lower habit, replace it with healthier habits, right? If you want to be wealthy, you put wealthy habits. You want to be healthy, you put healthy habits. If you want to be what you've been doing, you keep that habit going. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not only breaking the code, but we're breaking the habit. We're breaking the generational curse. We're going above and beyond the measures it takes to make sure that our generation below us does not suffer from what they're planning for us to do. Life means to resist, so let's resist. A healthier me is a healthier you. Let's do it. End of the day, appreciate your time. Hope y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, talk. Do what you got to do. Let me know what you're thinking, man. Some of the stuff I'm purposely tapering off and saying things like that to get a reaction out of people. All right? So when I don't get a reaction, you guys are saying, and I know exactly what you're talking about. You're making absolute sense. I see nothing wrong with what you said. Make another video, Merk. And with that said, I'm out. It's your boy. Peace and love. One.